Mission Control. Mission Control, do you copy? This is the Shuckmeister coming at you from the void of space, otherwise known as the YouTube comment section. After reading 1.4 thousand questions, I'm picking my 90 favorite for 90K. Let's get into it. Why are you gay? 'Cause X-Force said so. What is the story behind your name, and what's your favorite Pokemon? Well, these two go hand in hand because Shuckle is my favorite Pokemon, and that's what I've named my channel after. Now, Shuckle by nature is a very memey Pokemon. For those who don't know, it has the highest defense stat in the game, but terrible stats in everything else. Starting in the 4th generation, it got a move called Power Trick that could swap its attack and defense stats, making it super powerful. The only thing you have to worry about is your slow speed, but that could be mitigated with like Follow Me, Rage Powder, or Trick Room. So I ran this little turtle in some tournaments, and I became known as the Shuckmeister, and the rest is history. What's your favorite non-copyrighted stand name? Mine is personally Filthy X at a reasonable price. Classic, but nothing beats Flaccid Pancake. What got you into JoJo's? It wasn't anything specifically, none of my friends watched it. I saw a couple of memes and thought it looked interesting, and I picked it up around the middle when the Part 4 anime was airing. How much free time do you get since you're going for such an advanced degree in college? Well, the answer is really none. This summer I work 3 different jobs and take a summer course. One is researching cryogenic tests on liquid xenon, one is machine learning for nuclear safety analysis, and the last is as a resident advisor for my dormitory. My summer course is actually in modern experimental physics, where I do tests on superconductivity, quantum tunneling, and ruby fluorescence. So I just don't sleep. I don't sleep. What editing program do you use? Adobe Premiere Elements 19. How long have you been playing piano? Technically 16 years now, but since coming to college I haven't been able to practice every day, so at minimum I practice about every week. Why are you so good at Discord rap battles? Ask Mr. Meatman. Who's your favorite JoJo YouTuber? Probably Riverdude Covers. I've met him in person and we have a lot in common, and he's really chill. Super cool guy, go subscribe to him. Riverdude Covers asks, what's one anime that you haven't seen yet that you would like to watch? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You know Paris, France. In English, it's pronounced Paris, but everywhere else, they pronounce it without the S sound, like the French do. But with Venezia, everyone pronounces it the English way. Venice, like the Merchant of Venice, or the Death in Venice. Why though? Why isn't the title Death in Venezia? Are you kidding me? It takes place in Italy, so use the Italian word. I really relate to Gotcha on this one. Oh my gosh, he's so good. He's basically just speaking for Araki in this moment. Would you ever make a science video for non-stand related abilities? Stuff like the Pillarmen's abilities, Hamon, the Spin, or even the Rockmen in Part 8. You know, I've considered it. The stand signs I'm making on Tusk Act 4 goes into the Spin a little bit, but we'll see. I kind of want to do stands first for now. What's your favorite OP? Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. Do people who look up Rule 34 Trish go to heaven? Scientifically speaking. I mean, Bruno did, so yeah. Which is the worst arc in all of JoJo? The Maximum Security arc from Part 6. For who will you be voting in 2020? Funny Valentine. Will you be releasing any more music? Every JoJo ending on piano at 150K. How the actual hell are you going to read 1,000 comments and pick your favorite questions? Like this. What's your favorite JoJo pose? The pose where Johnny breaks his back, or the gappy walking pose? Schroeder asks, there are strange men in my house. I'm scared. I think they're here to rob my family. My father is dead. They were armed. They're coming up the stairs now. What should I do? Should I hide? Should I fight? Do I have enough time to seek forgiveness for my sins? Well, at times like these, I find it very beneficial to be carrying, you know, packing heat. A stand arrow, that is. What's your favorite stand? Scary monsters or soft and wet? Do you know anyone who watches JoJo IRL? Or have you introduced it to anyone? Well, it is a prerequisite if you're gonna live with me, so you must watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. When I went to college, I got a dozen people to watch it, including my roommates and suite mates. Did you laugh at any of the deaths in JoJo, my dude? Or did you cry at any? Laughed at Caesar, cried at Narancia, and I didn't cry at Narancia when I read it in the manga, but when David Pro brought back Fugo, I was like, ugh, it's too much. Are you an Aura or a Muda type of guy? Muda. What is your least favorite color scheme a JoJo character has been? Blonde Jolene. Reddish pink Jolene is the best Jolene. Fight me on that one. What's your IQ? Last I checked, 152. And you people wonder why I like Fugo so much. Spin or Ripple? Spin. How active are you on the Jojo Amino page? Well, I check it pretty frequently. I like commenting on good art and cosplays. I mostly post my memes there and my videos. On the Anime Amino page though, I make JoJo specific stories, so if you want to check those out, go see me there. What's something you're passionate about that doesn't come up in everyday life? Dinosaurs. I always wanted to be a paleontologist when I was little. I recently gave a physics presentation on how X-ray spectroscopy can be used to determine the color of fossils. Oceans asks, when will you finally text me back? Never. What is your favorite JoJo meme / JoJoke? To be continued. I know it's old, I know it's normie, but when executed correctly, it's perfect. It is the perfect meme format. What are your thoughts on Mayor Smokey's new beverage tax? I'm gonna drop the Nigarundayo and never go there. What is vocal percussion on a whole nother level? It's coming through my mind. If Kakyoin is a donut boy, is Narancia a Swiss cheese boy? No, Fugo's the only cheese boy. Duh. What will you do if your wife hates JoJo? I mean, divorce is the only reasonable option. Do you speak a second language? Watashi wa 2年の日本語を勉強しましたけど、あまり練習をしません。上手じゃないです。Why won't you show your face? Are you ugly? Yeah, I'm kind of very ugly. Think about how acoustic this voice sounds and try to put a face to it. Like, no. What would Speedwagon's stand be? Stand name. Keep on loving you. Stand ability. Makes Speedwagon the best girl of all manga and anime. Who's your favorite minor antagonist? Not a group of them, because if that was allowed, I think I know who would win. Ringo Road again. My old roommate asks, what's your favorite English moment from JoJo? Okay, master. Let's kill the whole bitch. What's your favorite ship? Hot Pants X Diego, but Jotaro X Dolphin is also top tier. Do you like Evangelion? Yeah. It's too deep for me though. I always like your video soundtracks. Well, thank you. What's your musical background? In my videos, I almost always try to include tracks that are not JoJo related. I do this because it gives you a little insight into other things I like that I don't really want to make videos about. You'll see Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Persona are reoccurring because I really like them. What's the real reason you became so popular in the JoJo community? 44 Araki forgot moments. But in all seriousness, that video got me on the map, but as someone described it to me, they said I'm the most creative member of this community, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I do science, I do memes, I do analysis, theory, music. I'm filling a niche that none of the other JoJo YouTubers are. So that's probably it. Also consistent uploads, those help. I'm not saying I do everything best, but I do have a level of dedication that I think you guys seem to enjoy. Is the Thundercross split attack the perfect mix of attack and defense? You know, if it was used in real life, yeah, but if it was used in JoJo, not at all, no. What are your thoughts on the most recent chapters of JoJolion? You know, I've really been enjoying them, even though they seem like they're kind of a sidetrack. I guess you could say they're fun, fun, fun. What is the saddest scene from JoJo? For me, it was when Jotaro took a popsicle from a boy and never gave the boy a new one when he was fighting Yellow Temperance. That one's pretty sad, but I think realizing Sekka will never get his sugar cubes breaks my heart. Are you okay, retard? I am wood. Stupid. What are your JoJo headcanons? Gappy is Giorno. Get Visited asks, what's your favorite musical reference in JoJo? Nut King Cole, Nat King Cole. I mean, I just love him so much. And of course, it's with Joshu. It had to be Joshu. It just, because Araki likes trolling me like that. What other anime do you watch and where does it compare to JoJo's? Well, if I take a look at Mal, the only other 10s I've given to shows that aren't JoJo have been to Cowboy Bebop, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Konosuba, Kimi no Nawa, and of course, Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's been my favorite recently. What other manga do you read besides Jojo? One Piece. I mean, it's so good, and I should get into Berserk. I really should. Are you approaching me? Well, I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer. In your opinion, what is the best lick in all of Jojo? Joshu lick. Any of them, just any of the Joshu licks. Why does Jotaro get younger as time goes on? Well, after getting his doctorate in marine biology, he completely cut seafood out of his diet, so he's actually been losing muscle mass as the years go on. Where is Trump Sings Traitor's Requiem? Oh my god, I love this question because it shows they're a veteran of my channel. I used to make these stupid Trump singing anime opening parodies by chopping up his campaign speeches into Japanese words. But like, if that's something you guys want to see nowadays, okay, just let me know. Who is the thickest character and who is the thickest stand? Karera and Paisley Park. I feel like Araki just upped the levels of thick as Jojo went on. Like, all the thick girls are in Part 8. It's wonderful. Does Part 8 Kira like hands or dolphins? Well, he likes dolphins more, but it's socially acceptable for him to display sculptures of his hands instead. Who do you think the sexiest mom in Jojo is? It's Shinobu. What did you think I was gonna pick? Some normie answer like Bruno? No. Shinobu. It's Shinobu Kawajiri. Which Jojo do you think is gayest? This comes from the Juice Man crew because he takes all of my ranking lists and makes them gay. So you know what? Juice Man is the gayest Jojo. What do you think the most bizarre stand ability is? Cream Starter. A shaving can that can make you body parts out of flesh? Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. That's one of the weirdest. Who's your Jojo waifu? Well, that's a nice segue right into Hot Pants. How did Diablo kill Narancia? By stabbing him into those bars, where there was nowhere to stab him into with no damage to the bars, all within erased time, despite the fact that he can't kill people inside the erased time. Alright, so I actually thought about this for a while, because I really wanted to know myself, right? So to be clear, it shows that the bars were broken. Here's how I've come up with it working, basically, right? King Crimson pops out of Mista, breaks the bars, throws Narancia at the bars, erases the time for which Narancia would travel and for which they would see King Crimson do that, and since this all happens within King Crimson's range, by the time the erase time stops, Narancia falls onto the bars, boom, plot hole solved. Which stand do you hate the most? Take all of the stands from Stone Ocean, put them on a dartboard, blindfold me, and whichever one I hate the most. But the only exception is Bohemian Rhapsody is the size of the entire dartboard. Will you go out with me? Depends on who's asking. You like jazz? Yeah. Why is Pizza Mozzarella a hit in Europe? Well, the lyrical composition along with the tonal choice portrays a deep understanding of the rich culinary history of my Italian descent. Favorite stand cry? Ari Ari Ari. How much do you think the anime improved your thoughts on Part 5? Well, I always really liked Part 5. You can go back. I've been saying Part 5 has been my second favorite part for a long time. I don't think it changed my opinion so much as it just cleared up a few things that I didn't understand while I was reading it. Where do you get your figures? Cons or Amazon? When did Jojo consume your life? When I decided to make a YouTube channel dedicated to it. Why do so many people hate Chase? You know, I've always thought of it this way. Chase has a lot of potential as an OP, but none of it is fully realized, right? I feel like people who say it's the best over-exemplify the good qualities about it and forget that it's a garbage song to put on the aux cord. Like, it works as an anime opening, it does not work as a JoJo opening. What field of engineering are you in? And what are you gonna do after college? Well, I'm studying engineering physics with a focus in nuclear engineering. I don't know what I'm gonna do after undergrad. I could go to grad school, I could be getting a job, I just don't know yet. Where did you get your love of physics from? I'm a physics student myself and I just wanted to know how you got into the subject. Well, I got it from my high school teacher who was like super enthusiastic and super awesome, and I still, go to lunch with him today. As they always say, engineers are the type of people who go into engineering because they're too weak to handle physics. Physicists are the type of people who go into physics because they don't know what they're gonna do after college. Are you single? I'm asking for a friend. As you can see, nope. Why do you think Joseph would cheat on Suzy Q? Well, it's not out of character for a handsome man like Joseph, but I actually think Tomoko seduced him. Like, she is one thirsty thought. Would you personally consider Purple Haze feedback canon? Yes, Araki drew the stands from it. It's basically soft confirmed it is canon. And then it's soft deconfirmed for the David Pro adaptation, so I don't know what's going on. I think it is. How did Silver Chariot become Silver Chariot? When Polnareff lost 3 limbs, he probably lost over, 120 pounds of muscle mass. So I think that's enough for Chariot to yeet. If you had a stand, what would it be? Well, I think for X-Force 100K stand contest, I came up with a stand that I thought was a really good idea back then. It's called Deja Vu, and it would be like a dream catcher sort of thing, like a tool stand. But now I really like stand name Piano Man. Stand ability drops pianos on enemies. What are your other hobbies besides Jojo, playing piano, and cross-dressing? Oh my god, this question is way too personal. The answer is obviously nothing, because you people think I actually have a life outside of this. Come on. How long do we have to wait for the Part 6 anime? I'm guessing about 2 years. I don't know. It's gonna be a long drought, guys. Dad, why didn't you feed me your meme folder? It was since the Cambrian explosion when you last fed me memes. My meme folder is under the power of the lock, so I don't run out of stuff to make for you guys. Super secretive. We keep the security high end over there. Why do you think Fugo has holes in his clothes, besides the fact that it's fashion? So I actually looked up the weather report of Naples, Italy in the summer of 2001, and it said it was about 29.5 Celsius or 85.1 Fahrenheit. So I mean, it makes sense to put holes in your suit if you want to stay cool. You'd be a lot less sweaty, a lot less stinky like Mista that way. Could Josuke use Crazy Diamond to make girls virgins again? I wouldn't know, because I've never gotten a girl not to be one. Living up to my good Catholic values. Which YouTubers have inspired you? Outside of Jojo, I'd have to say Emplemon, Old School Game Theory, IHE, Jontron, Best Guy Ever, Schaeferless Productions, Internet Historian, Giguk, and probably Nuxtaku. Do you personally know any popular YouTubers? I went to grade school with Kal is Cool. Yeah, it's weird. Kal, if you ever see this video, guess who it is? What's your favorite video that you've made? Oh man, I don't know. I have a couple of them, so like in order of like going back from like oldest to newest, the ones I like the most are the Pokemon theme song, but it's Dio, 44 more Araki Forgot moments, ranking every Joe Bro, Stand Science deflecting the Emerald Splash, ranking every Jofo, Chase Intensifies, JoJo's Bizarre Endgame, 7-page Muda, every JoJo OP on piano, and Josuke's Secret Identity. Like, I put a lot of effort into that last one, so please, if you haven't seen it yet, go check that one out. Can I really ask you anything? Yes. Do you hate the JoJo fandom? Yes, obviously, that's why I do all of this. Yes, I hate him so much. I hate all the people who like JoJo so much. There is not a hint of sarcasm in anything I'm saying right now. In all seriousness, as long as it's nothing like Homestuck or anything cancerous like that, I'll be fine. Here on the Shuckmeister Productions, we just like to keep it chill, keep it smooth, laugh at some memes, because, I don't know, I think it's totally valid to enjoy something through memes. But, you know, some people disagree. Some people are like, you have to think it's the most intellectual thing in the history of ever. And I'm like, okay, well, I can do that, and I can also enjoy my memes. Is it a beautiful duang? Yes. Indeed it is. And that concludes this AMA. I got a stop motion torture dance to work on, so I'm gonna head out. As always, have a beautiful duang, and I'll see you all next time.